Well, it's finally happening. After like close to a decade of giving out about this game, let's fucking do it. But before we do it, I need to give a bit of context. I was really looking forward to Asura's Wrath up until I first saw it, the game actually being made, the like a playable build. Because at that point, there was only those pretty cool-looking trailers, and wow, Asura's design is super cool. I'm really interested in this. So when Capcom invited me to go to their Captivate event back in 2011, that was all that was seen of the game. Its name and like this cool character, and it was made by CyberConnect, which I really didn't know. They made some Naruto game. Sure, okay, I didn't. That didn't mean anything to me. So when I actually saw the game being played, I was like, oh. I was thinking we're getting a new Devil May Cry or like something along those lines. And even when I saw it was more of a narrative, adventure game with a big story, and it had some light action elements, I was like, okay, well, Still though, I was like, okay, well, maybe it might turn out well. And then I played it, and we'll talk about that more. When it came out, I did a full run of the game, and I never played it again. And that was the last time. So 2012 was the last time I actually booted this up, I think. So yeah, and I want to come back to it to see if my opinion has changed, softened, because aside from the gameplay issues, of which there's plenty, I also had a lot of story problems with this game and how its story is paced, especially. I think, my opinion back then was it's paced wrong and poorly, but there are some good aspects of Asura's Wrath. I like this logo a lot. I think Asura looks really cool visually. Anyway, enough fucking around. We're gonna do it. Just in case, I'm on new game. 1, 2, 3. If memory serves, I'm going to be destroying a bunch of planets or satellites or stars. I'm trying to remember. Already my mind, my mind doesn't work fast on a good day, but I'm trying to make it go in overdrive. See, that's cool. They were really, really sure about this game. Like, how could this fail? The foul and pure beasts that roam the land, the Goma. In order to save civilization from the never-ending threat, the demigods who govern the world create an ultimate weapon that would wipe the Goma off the face of the planet once and for all. Their legions were led by 8 elite demigods, the 8 guardian generals. One of them, General Asura, was busy crapping in the toilet. So there's a guy. I don't like him with the eyeballs, though. I don't know about you guys. I prefer him with the no eyeballs. I mean, no pupils. So, just on a basic level, this whole demigod thing, and then they're protecting the earth from a bunch of shit, and they have all these influences of different Asian mythologies thrown in there. All that shit's super cool. I'll never talk crap about that. It is weird that we have a second title screen, but it's kind of stylish. It's kind of stylish. Music, though, woof, can't also... Music, though, of Asura's Wrath, another highlight. A pleasure to the earballs. Prestato. So... obviously, for a very narrative, story-focused game, having your credits on the screen is pretty cool. I'm trying to remember, it's all these like tumas that we're trying to kill, because there's a lot going on visually. Oh, we got those cool, yeah, those cool, like, you know, I'm gonna destroy some gods' names at some point and their influences. Hey, goldfish, what's up? But those kind of Buddha-esque, I think they might be, you know, of Hindu mythology, but those Buddha-esque looking guys with the guns, like, that's super cool. What a weird combination. And of course, the action choreography of this game in general has some really cool stuff. And the impurity level of your bad guys is also neat. A lot of the presentational and concept stuff of this world is really interesting to me. It's one of those things that got me interested in it. And at the very least, I would like to think that they could make some changes to this game and re-release it on modern consoles. Like, why not? I would be down for that. Make sure all the DLC is in there from the start, maybe? Like, the ending? We'll talk about that later. Oh, God. We'll talk about that later. But as an introductory sequence, I think this is pretty cool. It sets the tone. If this is what you wanted, you know, I'm just realizing that. Again, I was, you know, me and I'm sure a lot of people at the time were assuming this was going to be some type of, like, stylish action game. Not even stylish, but... Karma Fortune. Against the Goma shall come to an end tonight. The powerful demigods purge our world of the impure Goma. And put some money in the collection plate if you can.
Tonight the impure have defiled and scorched our land. But it is we who shall live to see tomorrow's light. Legion of demigods, heed your
Strata is a cool name.
And purify our land.
Not such a cool looking dude, but that's fine.
Let us offer Gaia the greatest blessing in the name of Emperor Strata.
Mithra, okay. Yeah, I have problems with Mithra. So, I do feel that's kind of weird, how we went from, like, having this action scene where we're kind of interrupted. I would have preferred that scene to be at the very start, and then Asura blasts down to take care of this. You know, it's a minor thing, but as, like, a fan of movies, because, you know, some of the gameplay stuff, like, it's not this title's focus. It's not what they really set out to do, make compelling gameplay. It wasn't really the thing.
come to desecrate our land. Divine warriors of Shinkoku.
Got all the warriors. All the Planeteers. Ah, that guy.
I will root out all evil with these great fists!
Wizen, yeah. Yeah, that's the dude. Oh, what's his name? Oh, God, I forget his name, but he's cool. There are some definite cool characters that stand out in this. Some not as much, but... August.
Follow me. Drive a wedge between the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, he begins with a Y. But I mean, he's played by Robin Atkins Downs, so I like him.
Even if you fall in battle, your soul is eternal.
Yasha!
With His Majesty's power, you shall be reincarnated in a golden paradise and rejoice in prosperity for all eternity.
There you go. And Asura is supposed to be like a god of death, right? In Hindu mythology, I think? I'm probably making it wrong, but so yeah, there's some really cool characters that I'm like, oh, that's neat, and that guy does a cool thing, and I like that. But then sometimes I feel like they're from when you actually have encounters with them and problems with them, they're not handled all that well. Like they're not. It's kind of a missed opportunity with certain characters. Like they could have been a lot cooler, or do cooler things, or just be handled in a different way. It's one of those things I'm like, yes, I like what this is going for, but it's not handling it as best as I would think. Nothing wrong with this, though! Yeah, like I said, some of the action choreography and just the camera work is really cool. Who's next, MK11? Now we're just zipping around.
How beautiful life is.
This dude. I mean, there always has to be a character like this in like anime and stuff. Sergei. That's a very Russian name, but whatever.
It would be nice if one could rest for a bit. I do believe that I'm getting too old for all.
This dude reminds me of like Ubrik or whatever from The God Hand.
You two should be concerned with the task at hand.
And Olga, another very...
Olga, sometimes
I'm Olga, the Shinkoku.
Have you forgotten that I am most concerned when the beauty of destruction is before me?
And that's Steve Bloom doing a very Liron-esque Gurren Lagann voice.
Front, you need but sit back and wait our victory.
How you two became generals is beyond me. Commander Dames, sending reinforcements directly to the front lines.
Oh, please, Commander Amadeus.
What is this that bring temporary peace or meaningless waste of my time?
Huh?
Fire the Brahmastra.
Brahmastra.
The Brahmastra? But Commander, it is not yet fully charged.
Then charge it!
Its current state, it wouldn't be able to demonstrate its true capability.
I don't care, just get some of the guys in IT to fix it.
To stand orders, to set things into motion. Not just for this battle, but the future of itself.
Brahmastra. That is an instrument of destruction I would love to hear played.
As you wish, Commander.
It's a bad idea, but we'll do it, okay.
Let this blast herald the coming of a new world order.
Yeah, it's this big celestial god-looking thing. It shoots out of that, which is pretty cool. Like, shouldn't we tell the demigods that we're shooting this? Seems like it's working, or exploding the earth.
But why? Why not? It shows how serious we are about winning. Behold! It is Vlitra!
Oh yeah, Vlitra is like the big bad. Just a big Godzilla dong. It's immeasurable! That's good. I like that part. An intimidating foe. Oh, we forgot Vlitra could just back it up! Back it up, everyone! It actually reminds me of the Guardian Beast in Twilight Princess. Asura's Wrath. And now back to Asura's Wrath. So you can definitely see they're going for like an episodic anime look if people aren't aware of this game. And I like that, but you know, like some things go wonky with it later on. So yeah, Asura and God, I already forget his name now. Not Deus. Asura and August, they kind of have this competition. Since they're both unhinged assholes. So yeah, there's not really any sort of threat of death or losing here. Which is not always the case for this game. Again, for people that don't know. But it is the case for a lot of moments. When there's a letterbox appears, there's not that much chance you'll mess up anything. Let's go, Yasha!
Yasha, mind your own business.
That was my kill. We have Liam O'Brien as Asura. Oh, I wish I wasn't taking off my hoodie when this started. Gotta keep on your toes.
Asura.
It's getting wombo comboed.
Father?
And whenever Asura is doing poorly, Mithril, whatever her name is, I'll just power him up when I need to. So it's like, were they actually dead here? She's just giving them a little bit of life. And he hates that he's getting help. So yeah, this is the other cool bit of Asura's level design, his character design. Yeah, six-armed! Vlitra is like, kind of like always their powered up form. It's like Saiyan, I guess.
Hands now.
Like Super Saiyan is what I mean to say. Whoa, it kind of looks like Godzilla Earth, actually, a little bit. The enormity of his enormousness. Whoa! And just a random A button prompt in there, why not? Okay, back to this. Okay, I have air dash now. Okay, there, that was a bit better. That's my first prompt for that. I think it did pretty good. I smashed his face. Do I get a promotion in the Shinkoku army? And the more arms, the better, I say. Juggle so many boobies, or whatever you like. Just want Asura to be like, just like dusting off his shoulders. Alright, we might have another time prompt here. Or not, or get my asshole blown out. X-Pac! Are you winning, Asura?
What troubles you?
I don't...
Could not kill it.
I can kill most anything.
You should be grateful you were able to subdue it. We have suffered more casualties than ever, but it will not be back for a while. You should rest.
Yeah, get a massage or something.
General Asura's efforts, Vlitra has subsided.
But did we win? I guess, like, if they just repel this attack, they're like, that's fine for now. But we were really hoping we could win.
The surviving Goma! The power of my 8 guardian generals is invincible! May Shinkoku prosper in everlasting glory!
And he's like, whatever.
The time is near.
That's not good if your second in command says that, and says it under his breath, too. So that was episode 1. Okay, S ranks. S ranks are very important. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Hey, the War of Creation, demigods, and the trans-civilization. Cool. All right, on to the next action-packed episode, and they are action-packed. I'm not being truthful there. And then we come to the first real problem. I hate these things. Like, I think it's neat the fact that you're giving artists a little bit of a time to shine here by doing these, by telling us who the illustrator is, but this is such a really contrasting way to give story beats and character dialogue and detail to the world by having these really cheap, comparatively to everything we just saw, ways to get story across. Like, it's not voiced. They give you the ability to skip it because they know that you might not be interested. I'm not a fan of these, and you know, if these were all wrapped up in their own DLC and you could just get or just unlock these in a glossary, fine. And I guess that they must that's also where they go. But the fact that they come into the game like this and they couldn't just had a small dialogue scene, maybe the game was under a budget, I don't know. Anyway, we're in the Karma Fortress in Deus Ex's chambers after the battle with the Goma Vlitra. Calro, congratulations, Commander. We have once again succeeded in suppressing Well, it was actually Asura that did. You guys didn't do anything. That means nothing. It's time. In time, it will be back and pose an even greater threat than today. Vlitra, that vile beast, destroying it will be more troublesome than I had anticipated. And who would have thought that the Hellion Asura would be the one to quell it? He even managed to outperform August. That was only possible because he had the aid of the priestess. I mean, some of the art is nice, but it changes artist as we go through, and some of it's not as good as others, and it's just kind of a mess. Ah, yes, his daughter, Mithra. We might very well owe our victory solely to her. The priestess proves to be more useful than Emperor Strata himself. Wow. Perhaps I have said too much. Humph. Harnessing this power will be a vital step in achieving our cause. Indeed, her ability to amplify mantra is quite remarkable. You would never guess that mindless brute to be her father. I suggest we intervene, for the priestess's sake. He is a potential danger to our plans, so right off the bat we need to get rid of Asura, cause he's too cool, I guess. No, not just yet, just he could be useful, let him punch a couple more thousand things. For now, we must concentrate on completing the Karma Fortress, as well as finding a more efficient way of accumulating mantra. Without that, we gotta flip this fortress now, man. It's costing us money. Rest assured, Commander, I have already devised a plan for it all, including the priestess. Very well, proceed as planned. Failure is not an option, unless it's our only option, in which case, yeah, do failure.
Priestess Mithra lent her power to the Shinkoku army.
So now we get a preview of what we're doing next.
Victory over Vlitra. But this time of celebration did not last, for in the shadows of victory, the wheels of betrayal had already been set in motion, one that would shake the very foundation of Shinkoku.